Siegebot, Titan, Percy.
Yeah, exactly. Just Tech 3 Rush is very common on this map, which so the factions with the strongest Tech 3. I mean, the thing is, sniper bots don't really have that great of a place on this map, with the way it tends to play out. That's the main reason why Aeon and Sarah are less liked. Aside from that, it's not the best reason, but I'd say on a map with this much mass, generally, because it tends to go into lots of eco, hives and candles are still something you should take into consideration. Although it's not like it's just a small argument, though. But still, it's.
I think it's not the most super important thing.
But it
because you'll
feels
have
good
so
to
much
have
build.
him.
It does. It's just that you have so many engineers from having to reclaim around your base that you can just, as soon as that stuff's done, you just put it back in your base and you have the build power you need.
I know, but it's just very often on maps like this, just like the ditch, you know that there's gonna be lots of reclaim.
It's a safety blanket.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Even though you know like even on the ditch, you almost never like build or need them, right? You just are able to spend your mass anyway without them, quite easily, in fact. But it still feels like a good backup to have. So let's see how greedy both of the BOs will be. Because
I think they're both opening second land, which is typical.
Yeah, so they're both going third air, which is normal, not really greedy. If you go greedy, you go either like fourth or fifth air. I think like two land fac air fac is normal. If you go 3 land facs before the air fac, it's somewhat greedy. But if you go 4 or 5, then it's mega greed. The only one I've seen do that is Tex. The thing is, it can work out in theory, but it's super hard to pull off because it's super annoying to play like that. The issue is you skill massively at the start. You don't rush your transport to the corner if you have that many land factories before your air factory, and you just skill with the 15k reclaim that's in your base, and then just transform that into massive spam, both air and land, and then just win a corner, and then just you go for the other corner as well, I guess. But it is very risky because you don't have, like, there's 150k mass on the map, but only 15k in your corner. It's not as clumped up as on the ditch, to be honest. So if you run out, you're fucked. Because you're spending 100 mass and gaining like 10 mass per second with your maxes. Anyway, that's not happening.
The only thing I'm interested in is if somebody captures the T2 gens in the middle.
Yes.
That is Chad gameplay.
I've never seen anyone but me do that.
Blinchick did it once in the
he's a bit
one
of
the
chat,
lots.
Yeah. It's just people tend to ignore it for so long that you just send two reclaiming engineers to do it, and then your opponent won't notice. So
Yudi went straight for the transport. Is it going to get away without being sighted?
No,
it got sighted.
It got sighted. Tagada just as a normal attack move though, he didn't lock the transport, and Judy's Inti turned around to lock.
Yeah, he's gonna win that Inti fight. Oh well, never mind.
Tagada, I didn't look at that. It's some nice Marco. Yuri moves his Inti away though, which is a smart move. Just debates Tagada's Inti from being out. Yuri has intel apparently on the transport. He did see it in the end. He just didn't lock it, and he redirected the bomber to go to the right while Tagada drops on the bottom as well. I'm not sure if Tagada wants to drop bottom and not right, because, you know, if the bomber kills enough engineers and then he drops with his transport on top of that, you know,
he's already starting.
Oh, he needs to split.
Though. It's not. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Nothing.
What?
That was critical.
That is the most unfortunate bomber I've ever seen.
I have no idea what happened.
Oh my god! The bomb dropped when the engineers were like stationary and they didn't even move.
It went for the one he moved the precise one that he targeted in the clump. and for some reason, maybe he dropped it while it was moving, and like the bomber preempted it, and then it stopped moving, so it didn't hit it at all.
You know what? He did snipe the radar. Oh, that was. I mean, that was. I'm happy that it didn't work because that might have been game deciding.
Yeah.
So Tagada meanwhile dropped at the bottom left. He is actually as fast as Judy because Judy spent some time building the AA and dodging a bit. Judy is losing air though. He kind of suicided a few inties on the bottom left.
He's also 200 behind in power income.
He is 200 E behind. However, Tagada is overflowing 200 E per second, so it's not that impactful.
Oh, okay.
But well, Judy is stalling.
Judy is stalling.
I know, but like indirectly, the E income is basically the same. Actually, Judy is using more E income than Tagada is, because Tagada is overflowing way more. It's overflowing 300 now. Because Tagada is stalling mass, that's the issue. He's not reclaiming properly at all.
You know why he's using up more E? Because Tagada has currently 2 NGs on E spam, and Yudi has about 15?
God. Oh, now Yudi's stalling 100 mass per second, and now he's overflowing 900 E for a second. He's spending 100. This is what I'm talking about. It is way easier to run out of reclaiming engineers on this map, and because you tend to skill a lot faster at the start in the ditch, because it's Tech 1 is way stronger here than on the ditch. On the ditch you just have like attack move, air factories and stuff, but on the ditch, for example, you don't have early Tech 1 land spam. That's not gonna work. But here, like Tech 1 factories alone is minus 50 mass per second for Yudi, and they're both on very little income as well. So they're both moving the ACUs to the opposite corner. There's 8 factories for Tagada, well there's about to be 8 for Yudi. So it will be quite similar in that regard. Yudi is starting Tech 2 as Cybran. He's gonna assist with the Mantis actually. I guess that's smart.
It's not too bad. Putting a server's turrets down there just stops.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to invest that much into.
Yeah, you can kind of creep as well. Yudi is starting 100 mass per second again. Tagada is overflowing 100 mass per second. I don't like. It's just for some reason eco balance.
Playing like an animal here.
But yeah, but for some reason eco balance on the ditch is a lot easier than eco balance on the Darozas, because you just have so much more to focus on the Darozas. Okay, Tagada moves in for Yudi's SU, but I think Yudi's gonna be completely fine here. Well, it depends on the amount of. Actually, I don't think he's gonna be. I think he has to cancel because
there's too much reinforcement.
Yeah, like Tagada will switch into Medusa spam if he pays attention, and there's already Medusas going for Yudi. He just doesn't want to cancel. He's already at 50%, but now Tagada's
health is going down faster and the upgrade bar is increasing.
Yeah, that's not very good. The thing is, the longer he waits, the less he wants. There we go. Yeah, that was very unfortunate. Although he does. Hello. He did get a semi-efficient trade, although it's not that crucial. Look like this. Tagada also needs to be careful with his ASU. He's in the exact same position as Judy. Except he's not upgrading, but he also doesn't have reinforcements. Does Judy know he's there? He does. Judy shift G next to Tagada's ASU. Does he have OC?
He's already... Wait, does Judy not have Tech 2 land yet? No, he doesn't. Tagada's already on his way 25% to Tech 3.
Ooh, that's not good. So Tagada does have OC. So this shift G from Yudi is not gonna work at all. Someone really needs to teach Yudi to stop shift Ging as often as he is. It's like he caught the Pepsi syndrome, dude.
He taught me to shift G more, and now I will teach him to stop doing it.
Oh, this attack is not really gonna work as much. He starts the gun this time. It's like, oh, if Tech 2 doesn't work. But the issue is Tagada has 60% on Tech 3 lands. Yudi is 16%. Also,
it's not that big. I mean, that's like That's gonna be like 5 loyalists or something.
Yeah, but Yuri doesn't have any assistance on the HQ. Also, funnily enough, Tagada has a Tech 2 Pigeon and Yuri doesn't, but Yuri's on more E income.
Yeah, that's just his ridiculous Pigeon scaling with his NG.
Yeah, I honestly think he should have attacked up sooner and rushed some Tech 2 Pigeons, because it's just less efficient to Tech 1 power, and he's queued up 2 Tech 2 Pigeons. I don't think he needs 2.
He almost doesn't need 1. He's got a plus 1,000 power while still. Oh no, he actually does. Now
it depends whether you get. Yeah, exactly. So now,
the gauge on this one.
Tagada has way more units, and his first Loya is also already out. A bit stuck, but he's getting some support factories up. Meanwhile, top right for Yuri doesn't seem to have a single tech to support factory, and I don't think this looks that good for Yuri at all. Tagada has 7 tech 2 maxes. Yuri's stalling, I guess. No, he's not. Yuri only has 3 tech 2 maxes for Tagada 7. He's on half the mass income as Tagada is. The thing is, Tagada's secured.
Map control
yeah, he just has more units. So, and the thing is, map control is super important on the Darozas, and it is actually possible if you have a bad start to win the game with just in the Tech 1 stage. Because if you overwhelm your opponent at the start with Tech 1 spam, you deny him of all the reclaim. That's important. Map control is important, not for the maxes, but for the reclaim. And if that happens too much, then, well, you see what's happening now. Yuri has 50k mass reclaims, Tagada 55k, so it's not that big of a difference yet. But most of the reclaim on the map is gone. There's only 40k mass left, and Tagada is on twice the income. So soon Yuri will be in quite a bit of a pickle. He didn't eco well at all. He's going for Corsairs now. He made quite some inti spam. I'm not sure if he realized how bad the situation is, and he's trying to go for a snipe on either Power HQ or the ACU. But that wouldn't feel good for Yuri to begin with. He's making more pigeons. I guess you can still spend it.
What is the air different? Oh, I just looked at what Yuri has. He has 40 interceptors against 8 in-fuel interceptors.
Yeah, Yuri made like 8 tech on air factories and now an HQ, so air is definitely the right move. And I think it's the only move. I think, honestly, he should pass his lands, all his lands, so he doesn't stall. I think the only way to get back here is to snipe the ACU. I think it's completely lost otherwise.
Yeah, Tagada's getting some T3 entries out, and it's probably the smartest move just to plop out like 2 or 3 SAMs in his base that his ACU can stand around. Hold the Swackle.
The Swackle.
Yep, that's what he's doing.
Yep. Sam shields.
Yuri is going in now with 6 Corsairs. And there is really, like, there's a couple of flak in there. The flak is retreating back into the base with his ACU.
He has this Tech 1 scout wave from Yuri. He did pass all his Tech 1 factories, he's all in on the air spam.
The SAM is up.
The SAM is up then. And there's also quite a lot of flak. Yeah, Tagada spamming flags only. I don't think this is gonna work.
Yeah.
That's it. So it is gonna be a sweep. That's a bit unfortunate. But it is a deserved win for Tagada, because he did play better in every game.